Power is not the crown on your head. Power is the silence in the room. When your enemy hears your name. Chicago was raining again. The penthouse lights were low. The detective wall was full of blood, newspapers, red strings, old debts, and one name in the middle. Al Capone. Bond stood beside me, studying every corner of the war. Jenny watched the door. Zorro stood in the shadows. Captain Jack poured whiskey, like the night was already lost. Then the elevator opened, and Rosa María walked in. Beautiful, elegant, in her 50s, but carrying herself like time had been afraid to touch her. Her dress was black, her lips were calm, but her eyes had a darkness that made the whole room listen. She came without asking permission, like a storm with heels, no fear in her hands, no prayer in her knees. She looked at the wall, she looked at Capone, then looked at me like she already knew my ghost. She said, I came for the man who took my life apart. And I said, then sit down, Rosa María, let me hear your heart. Two queens in the same room, too much power in the air. One lost a fallen angel, one lost a love to despair. Two queens in the same room, Chicago held its breath. When women bury love, they resurrect as death. Boss, do you trust her? No. But I believe her pain, and pain is harder to fake than loyalty. His name was Valentin, before Al Capone. I believe love could save people after Al Capone. I learned love can also leave a woman dangerous. Valentin brought roses when the world brought knives. He had poor man's pockets and rich man's eyes. He never wanted trouble, but trouble knew his name. Capone sent men in silence, and silence became flame. They took him in the evening, left his shadow on the floor, and the woman I had been never came back anymore. Two queens in the same room, too much fire in their scars. One speaks like a bullet, one smiles like a war. Two queens in the same room, no mercy, no retreat. Al Capone made widows, now widows on the street. There is more. There is always more. My son. My son works for Al Capone. He thinks I abandoned him. He calls me enemy. He doesn't know that everything I became because I was trying to keep him alive. Blood can turn against blood when lies raise the child, a mother becomes a stranger when the city teaches him wild. He wears Capone's colors, he walks Capone's line. The boy I gave a heartbeat now may come for mine. But if I have to face him to end this throne of sin, then God forgive the mother and let the war begin. Family wounds cut deeper than any sword. Hey, and that woman bleeds like thunder. If we bring her in, we change the whole strategy. Good. I didn't return to Chicago to repeat old mistakes. Left me his plane, his penthouse, his name, but grief is not inheritance. Grief is a weapon only the discipline can carry. So tonight, we do not move like anger, we move like chess. We do not scream, we surround. We do not chase Capone, we close kingdom. Raise the glass for Carlos, raise it for Valentin, raise it for every woman who had to die within. Raise it for the broken, raise it for the flame. Tonight the league is born and Chicago learns our name. Two queens in the same room. Too much power to hide. One came back for an angel, one came back for the life denied. Two queens in the same, one city, one war. Al Capone should pray tonight, because mercy lives here no more. Who owns the night? The women who survived. Who fears Capone? Not the ones